Hi, this is Contemporary Black Voices, and we are here today to talk about the most pressing issues that deal with the Black community. Today, I am very happy to have a special guest with us. We have Jerome Johnson, who is with the San Antonio Gun Club. He'll explain to us what the name of that gun club is and how it actually functions. More importantly, there was a incident that happened in Ohio which made gun owners or the protection of our community very important. And we're going to talk about that among all things guns. So I'd like to welcome to the set Mr. Jerome Johnson. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. We have Caleb Alexander, who is the best-selling New York Times best-selling author, and we have Dr. Sharon Michael Chadwell. So I'd like to get it started by saying, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you began to get started in the gun club.
All right, thanks, Chris. I appreciate the opportunity. As you know, my name is Jerome Johnson. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been in San Antonio since about 1997. I came here with the Air Force. I was a medic, spent most of my career at Wilford Hall, did a tour up there at Wright-Patterson in Dayton, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, then I came right back down here, retired in 2019. At about that time, all of the Trump's first term was going on, and everybody in the Black community was up in arms, and we were trying to figure out exactly how we were going to protect ourselves. And everybody was making a mad dash to get familiar with guns and be gun owners. And I followed suit. I had owned guns before, but I was never serious about the educational part of it and being a responsible gun owner. So I joined NAGA, which stands for the National African American Gun Association, and met up with like-minded folks. I've been a member since. And just recently, I took over as the president, and we rebranded and renamed it the TRM Howard Gun Club.
And what's TRM stand for?
TRM stands for Theodore Roosevelt Mason.
And who was he?
He is a civil rights leader. He was a business owner, a doctor, a gun enthusiast, and he was known to be Medgar Evers' mentor.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell us about what a gun club actually does, and who should be, especially from a Black perspective, who should be a part of a gun club.
Well, from our perspective, we believe every Black person who's legally able to own a firearm should be involved in a gun club, because primarily that's the place where you're going to learn how to utilize guns, learn about different guns. And in a Black gun club, it's for us, by us. We've created that safe space, because I don't know if you've been to a gun range lately, but if you do go, we are the others in that environment. We don't usually feel comfortable. They're usually playing OAN or Fox News on the monitors and whatnot. So it's the purpose of us forming gun clubs is to make a safe space for us. And to be a responsible gun owner, that's the best place to be.
And see, for me, I'm kind of like Wally Knox, or I think that was his name, the guy that was the sheriff with Gomer Pyle, or one of those guys. I get nervous when I get a gun around me.
Yes, yeah.
Hey, I got to depend on Jerome and Caleb to actually be able to help save me.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask Sharon if you could tell us, because how this thing came about is Sharon had sent to me in a text message about a group that was in Ohio, and how the gun club there in Ohio was kind of helping the community around there. And I would like for you to explain that, and then we'll turn it back over to Jerome and let him tell us about how that relates to San Antonio.
Well, a while back in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, some white supremacist groups came marching into the Black community. And if you kind of think back to what happened down on the docks in Mississippi, the scenario that happened in Ohio was a la Mississippi dock, whereby several Black gun owners and Black men and women showed up to the dock. Showed up to this bridge where these white supremacist groups had shown up to stop whatever intent they had plan for this community. But fast forward, because of the situation that arose, this same community now, what they're doing is they are really stepping up the security of that community by, for example, instead of having traditional school guard crosswalks, they have men and women in their body armor,
Militia.
in their full militia gear,
Yeah.
walking these kids to school. They're around churches. They're just all around this community, trying to protect the community. And so it kind of raises the question. In San Antonio, we were talking about, doesn't have a traditional Black community anymore. We're pretty scattered. So the question I would like to raise to Jerome is, if we're scattered, how do we protect ourselves on a larger scale?
So that's a very nuanced question, because like you said, we are scattered, right? We're all different socioeconomic groups now, and we're spread out in different areas of the city. I still recognize the east side of town as being the Black side. It might not be the same Black side that you're familiar with from back in the day. But this is a common conversation. We had this conversation in the gun club a couple of days ago, and then the question was, if something popped off on the east side of town, are we willing to, take up arms and go over there and help out the community? And the consensus was, if anything pops off, family comes first. We're going to secure our family, make sure our family is safe. Now, that being said, if our families are safe, then yes, we're all about, taking action to protect our brothers, because we are our brothers' keepers, right? And we realize that there is a negative stigma when it comes to the Black community and guns. A lot of the Black community shy away from it because it's felt that it brings violence to any situation, right? So a lot of us don't have weapons in our community. And the ones of us who do have weapons, we don't have the training to accompany those weapons. We don't have the knowledge of what it is to be a responsible gun owner. How often should I practice in order to get better? How often should I clean my weapons? What should I be doing to get better? So our goal is to bring that knowledge to those individuals who don't already have it. People like me and my peers and other guys in the gun club, we can afford to take these classes and get range memberships and whatnot. So what we're trying to do is kind of take our experience and bring that to the folks who can't necessarily afford to take $200 classes.
So let's do this. We're going to take a break right now. And when we come back, I want to ask you the makeup of the people who are in the gun club. Are they gangbangers, or are they doctors? Are they lawyers? What kind of person are they? And when we come back, that's what we'll be talking about. We'll be right back.